This is Nick Urich, and you're listening to Let the Hate Flow Through You with Jeremy Shear and El Jordano Diablo.
Let the hate flow!
Available on the Lousy Weather Media Network.
Welcome to Let the Hate Flow Through You, your weekly dose of audible hatred. I'm Jeremy Shear.
El Jordano Diablo.
And this week, we are joined by one of my oldest friends in the business, comedian Micheal Ivy.
What's up? It's Micheal Ivy. Check out Happy Black History Month on iTunes or whatever. It's free. Just stream it. Just stream it. It's on YouTube.
Well, free stuff is something we can all get behind.
I like how he plugged right up front.
Yeah.
And just like,
Don't
hey,
even trip.
Hey, fuck off. I'm
Right.
telling you what I'm here for.
That's perfect. So, Micheal, why do you hate garbage-ass rap?
It's annoying in a way that is like, okay, so you can make good rap,
Yeah.
right? And you can just make good rap, right? But then, like, there's other, like, I think in the 90s and 80s, and I'm doing a whole bit about this, I think there was some kind of conspiracy, some kind of government fucking control program or something that they took over rap and just started putting out, like, the worst, just started playing to the worst stereotypes. I've had conversations with people about this, like rappers and stuff. And, it just, like, seemed like at a certain point it just turned. Like, it was going okay. And then it was just like, hey, let's talk about bullshit. And then everybody started talking about bullshit. And we were like, okay. But the music still sounded good. But then after a while, they just stopped making, even the music didn't sound good. And it was like, how are these people still selling? And it's like, there must be something else going on.
First,
That's part of it.
what time period are you talking about when it started to change?
So for me personally, I like it was like in between when Outkast really started getting big and like ATLians, that kind of
so
thing.
late 90s.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
all
it was
right.
like a Cash Money thing.
Yep.
And that was like the beginning. Cash Money,
No Limit.
Master P, that sort of thing. Yeah, it just sort of just started to go a certain kind of vapid, empty way. Like it was like, no, I have cars and money.
The grills and the
Just-
gold chains and all that.
and
all that shit.
Puff Daddy to a lesser extent, but he was kind of a money grabber, so it was like,
Oh yeah, he was
Yeah.
a producer, so that makes sense.
yeah, he was just going with the flow, and I think that was a flow, like some kind of way, like BET, like you've seen the Boondocks episode where they talk about BET and everything, and there was
classic.
like a certain turn, yeah, and I think it was just like it was a response to all that the crime in the '90s and all that stuff, that crime wave, and the thing I hate about it. I mean, if that I can even use that against music, it just seemed like it was just so lame to me. And then like I would get like people would get attitudes and like act like they were tougher than me.
Oh,
now look,
yeah.
I talk like this. I understand how I talk. I understand how I look, but I am authentic. I grew up, on the poor side of Cleveland, and then I moved to the poor west side of Cleveland, which was kind of better.
Yeah.
But it's still not great.
No, it's not amazing. I remember some of the places you've lived, Micheal. It's not been amazing, but it's definitely not like gang members hanging out in your driveway with like
Exactly.
with guns.
Yeah.
But it's still not great.
So I've had like sort of both experiences where it was like, I sort of understand the upper class black person. I understand the lower class black person. So like I would go over to my cousin's house and we couldn't order pizza because it was just too much crime in the area and the pizza man wouldn't come.
That's so funny. On the way here, we were talking about when I used to deliver for Pizza Pan downtown. And like after 11 o'clock, because like I had a couple experiences where it was bad,
Yeah.
like bad areas that I was delivering to at like 12,
And those places get real racist after dark. Like,
and my so
Like-
what basically I told my boss, I was like, dude, I can't go past 55th like after
Right.
11:30 or 11
I
o'clock.
could, but I'm gonna need a raise.
No, I could. Which that place. I mean, dude, I never so the delivery fee for Pizza Pan was like $3, and I only got to keep one, and even if I worked daytime, nighttime, it didn't fucking matter. Like, even when I would deliver like 6 pizzas to a business, like
Yeah.
I never got tipped, like ever.
What is up with that?
And,
Like
dude,
people don't tip anymore. I
Like
do
downtown,
DoorDash.
dude, it's
No.
weird,
Crazy.
man. It's weird. The place I work now is, it's a 6-person crew. We all do everything. Like, so we don't have
Okay.
just a dish person. We don't have just cooks. Like, we all do everything. We all bust.
That's a good situation.
It is
generally,
because
yeah.
most people pay with card, and you have the option to, like, you know, we flip it over and, like, you know, you can tip 10, 15, 20, 25, whatever, or like do a custom tip.
Right.
And, you know, when you're standing there, a lot of people, you know, because we just flip it over, we wait for them to pay, you know, or wait for, you know, because they have to sign. And a lot of people won't, because it's an upper class, not upper class, it's higher end pizza.
Okay, yeah.
And so we get tipped a lot. And what they do is they pool all the tips together and they just add it to our hourly wage.
Fucking
like
commies.
Which well, it's a communist. It's like it's called Citizen Pie, and it's like
it works very good in that system. That's the thing about it works very good when you know everybody and you can trust everybody.
Well, the thing is like so when. There are some people who hit no tip, but like when you're standing right there cashing somebody out, a lot of people I think are inclined to tip because they're like, I'm gonna look like a fucking asshole if I don't.
They did a New Yorker article on this, and it's called tip shaming, I think it was called. I mean, it's like the lamest thing in the world, but like if you're in line and you have a couple extra bucks, you're not gonna like. They're like, oh, I better. It's the same thing that makes you like Me Too. You know what I mean? Like,
my favorite though is because we serve beer too. So like if a beer's like, you know, on special, it's like $3 and somebody hands plus tax. So it's like, cause they're only allowed to drink it in. So it's like, let's say the beer comes out to like $3.21 or $3.25, whatever it is. And like, somebody will pay cash for it, and they want that, and like it's $1.75,
right?
And it's like our tip jar's right there, but like they fucking wait for every last cent.
I mean, it's Ohio and people are broke. I get it, but like
I still tip.
If I'm in, you know what I mean? Like if I go out, I'm expecting a tip. Like if you have to make me not tip. Like I'm assuming I'm gonna tip because you're giving me food, you're feeding me. You didn't spit in it, probably.
Right. Well, and that's like that's not what we're here to talk about. I understand that,
right.
But like at the same time, like I posted something about it on Twitter, and somebody was like, you know, it's. I was like, you know, I think it's like, you know, it's customary to tip, and somebody said something really stupid. They were trying to like tell me that, you know, it's not customary. It's, you know, nice of somebody to do. And it's like, I was always taught, you know, because somebody was like, oh, well, what if they don't have the money? And it's like, well, if you don't have the money to tip, then you don't have the money for a $16 pizza.
Right.
You
exactly.
know?
Yeah.
So you shouldn't be out, you know, cook some fucking mac and cheese at home, dude.
Right, yeah. It's just it's a bad situation.
But anyway, whack-ass rappers.
Yeah, those motherfuckers would not tip. No. Actually, you know, one of the weird things is that sometimes those guys would tip to look cool. Like that's kind of like a famous thing is like they either are just the worst or they're just throwing $50 bills everywhere.
Yeah.
But
yeah, like when you were talking about like the no limit and all that stuff, like which led to, you know, like Chameleonaire and like all that stuff. And it's like, it was funny because I'm a huge fan of Chip the Ripper.
Okay.
And what a lot of people don't understand about him is that he took what was popular at the time
right.
and made it good.
Right, exactly.
And like people often overlook him for that. Like he still to this day is so ahead of his time. Like, and
okay.
He's fantastic.
I sort of tapped out of rap. Like that was the point where I was like, I don't know. I just started going other ways. Like I was a total loser, by the way. But I was like, I think I bought.
You're in good
first
company
album.
then.
Yeah. I mean, I think I bought No Doubt's first album. I think that was my first CD I ever bought.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Not the first one, the second one. I'm sorry.
Tragic Kingdom.
Yeah. Because she
I had that
was
CD.
so hot.
Yeah, Gwen Stefani. She's still so hot.
Yeah.
Gwen Stefani is smoking.
Yeah.
And that's a good record.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's listenable. You know what I mean? Like you'll be like, this is. But you know what I mean? Like they made their own music and they wrote their own songs and played their own instruments.
But like
you're
saying like how you got out of rap around that like back that time, and it was like. The current state of hip hop, rap, whatever you want to call it, is awful.
Yeah.
Like that mumble rap, SoundCloud trap rap shit is fucking terrible.
So it's like kind of gone the way of country. There's a lot of parallels there.
Yeah.
Where it seems like country at a certain point, like just sort of bifurcated into like Garth Brooks, and there's like, oh
Yeah, like the 80s.
and a producer was like, and then like and then that's when it's like, you know, all of a sudden they have feathered hair and
Billy Ray
they're wearing
Cyrus and
leather vests, no shirt. It's like, what?
But yeah, modern country started in like the 80s, and then it evolved into like really bad in the 90s, and like the last 20 years, country has just become like terrible pop,
Right.
like, you know, Republican pop.
So then the parallel there with rap is that it just became more.
I mean, it just became like, how can we sell this to strip clubs? You know what I mean? Like, it was like strip clubs are buying music, and we need to sell this to them. It literally became that, and like appealing to the bourgeoisie blacks. You know, your rappers and your athletes, people that don't know how to spend their money, you know, like that kind of thing. And, you know, it's fine. There is an authenticity to that, because if that's your experience and that's where you're at, that's where you're at, and you deserve to have, like, you know, somebody to do that too.
Yeah.
But then it became like even more vapid, where it was like, they're actually, like, I heard a song the other day where one of the lyrics was like, I don't got a whole lot of friends, but I have a whole lot of ends. And he said it like he was bragging. And in my mind, I'm 40 years old, whatever. Maybe I got some perspective. I'm almost 40. But I'm thinking, you're a loser. Like, I'd definitely rather have it the other way around. Like, at least, you know what I mean? Like, you know how hard it is to get a friend? It's
A real one.
Yeah, like, get out of here. Like, it is almost impossible. Yeah, you got to get those early.
Yeah, people aren't trustworthy anymore.
Yeah.
At all.
And even if they are, it's like you have to take some time. You know what I mean? Like, it takes, when you're an adult, it takes a solid 5 years to be like, this guy's my friend now.
I used to, you know, make friends with everybody, like social butterfly, like.
Yeah.
But the last couple years, I have like turned into like Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like, don't trust anybody. You know, like, fuck you. I'm gonna smash these two beers together. Get the fuck out of my face.
Yeah, I definitely have like a wait and see, like you're applying for a loan kind of thing. Like, okay, hey, how's it going? Hey, that's cool. You know,
Denied.
right?
You definitely
Yeah.
need some references if you're going to be my friend at this point.
And it doesn't count as mutual comedy Facebook friends, like those fuckers that who I've never met before, that are just because their friends, you know, have mutual 80 fucking comedy mutual friends, and they're like, oh, this guy does comedy or did comedy, whatever. Oh, I'll just add him. Like, I don't know you, motherfucker.
That's really weird.
It happens all the time.
I went to this one process where I was basically like asking them, like, hey, how do I know you? Hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
And a lot of times I wouldn't get stuff back, and I found out that a lot of that stuff is kind of fake. Like,
Right.
a lot of that is like, you know, just some kind of weird data phishing thing or something, or who knows.
Well,
You know
I've
what I
brought
mean?
that up on the show before, and like Sheer has said, like, you know, it's, you know, what was the way that you basically described like those people who do that was,
It's lazy networking.
yeah,
I mean, honestly, it is. It's like, you know, we have this mutual interest, the comedy, and you might be able to like get me some work because we're Facebook friends, and you know, it's tough to kind of like connect the dots there from like somebody that you know online to somebody that you want to work with. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
when Facebook first came out, it seemed like it was more personal than it was, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's like you're still new to the whole concept of the like friend request.
well, and it was all based on like, so college kids who graduated could remain in touch with their friends who were out of state once they all moved away from college,
Right.
you know, once they all graduated or whatever. That was the initial thing for Facebook, and now it's just turned into, you know, everybody bitching about everything and
love
posting
that.
their fucking check out my SoundCloud rap. No, I'm not going to, because it's on SoundCloud, so it's garbage.
Right. Yeah, almost certainly. Yeah. You ever find one that's like, oh,
Yeah.
you're
Oh,
like,
every once in a
pee your
while.
pants. You're like, oh, this is actually, I like this. How
Yeah.
did this happen?
Yeah.
That really made me rethink my marketing strategy, because I was like, how do I perceive people who do this to me?
right.
And I was like, oh, you got to go like a whole different route.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And like SoundCloud is just like, because like when I first started doing podcasting like 8-9 years ago, like like we first hosted everything through SoundCloud, and it was just like their system in which like it's such a pain in the fucking ass. Like you can't go to like on an iPhone, you can't go to SoundCloud's website like through your browser and listen to shit. You have to download their fucking app, and it's like, that's a pain in the fucking ass. I don't need a SoundCloud account.
Right.
I just want to hear this fucking podcast.
Right,
You know.
right.
So we all got away from. Most of us got away from that. I know somebody who still uses it. It seems to work for him.
Yeah.
But like for me, I fucking hate it.
I liked SoundCloud when it first came out. Because I was on my computer. Mm-hmm. You know, it's just a web page. Just another web page you pull up. You know, but once it switched to like phone, I don't know. Like I just sort of got away from it. I have a friend who has a podcast on SoundCloud now, and I haven't listened to the second one because it's like it's more complicated. I like it for experimenting. I think it's very good for experimenting in community. Like if I was like trying to put some stuff together or communicate with other artists, I think it would probably be really good for that.
Or find some whack ass rappers to make fun of.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god, dude.
Like just like how all those all those, you know, fucking, I know, like I just, because I worked in Parma a few years ago, and like all those kids listen to that bullshit.
Yeah.
And like one of them was like a SoundCloud rapper, this fucking white kid, and like he's like, check out this song, and like it's hard for me to like feign like, oh, that's cool, like it's when it's that bad, and it's like I'll be like, I think that sucks.
You know what I'm gonna start doing? I think I'm gonna turn into the old guy that turns people on to music, because like I feel like that's what it is. It's like, hey, did you hear this? It's melodies and it sounds good, and like, oh, that's interesting. Have you heard this? This is Mos Def.
Yeah.
Oh, it's made my life better by listening to it.
Yeah.
He has some good advice in there too.
Absolutely.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's just nothing to compare it to or something, and it's so easy.
That's a good public service, really.
Yeah.
Because man, I don't know if you had this experience in high school, but there was always like this one older kid that would know like all the old shit that would like say, oh, you dress like this, well maybe you'd be into this.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I don't know,
the like, Jedi Master of Cool that just
dude, I mean, I do that all the time. Like when because I just started this job like a month ago, and there's just one kid who's like maybe 3-4 years younger than me, and like he was telling me some of the music that he was into, and I was like, oh, if you're into that, you need to check out like this band. They only put out one record in '97 and it's fucking fantastic. And I was like, also check out like Machine Gun Etiquette, because he's like, oh, I'm really getting into the Clash. I was like, oh, then you need to listen to The Damned, because like that, you know what I mean? Like, and I was like, check out this record, Machine Gun Etiquette. And then he comes back into work a few days later and he's like, dude, that shit was awesome. I'm like, thank you. Validation.
Yeah.
I have good fucking taste and I know it.
And it's funny because like you can tell when they kind of have good taste, because they're like, I'm really into the Clash right now. It's like, okay, this is a good start. This is a good start.
Yeah, this is a great jumping off point for us. We're gonna be friends.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the rap equivalent for like the Clash? Like somebody that like you hear that they're into this, maybe they'll be into
sort of like the
better.
Daywalker of the rap world. Let's see. Okay, so jeez, I'm trying to think, because I'm trying to think of my little brother, what he would say.
My start with rap was Sugar Hill Gang, the Beastie Boys, Grandmaster Flash.
Oh wow, you're at the beginning.
yeah. Like that was like, because like that was Run DMC.
It's like first wave, like after they stopped doing it at parties.
Yeah, I like, and I'm still a big fan of that stuff. And I mean, like, love the Beasties. I mean, like I said, Run DMC. All that stuff is like how I started listening to it. So like, the rap equivalent to like the Clash, I would say, would have to be like Run DMC or something like that.
Right. I just thought of it. It's probably the Wu-Tang Clan.
That's I
wouldn't say they're garbage. I don't by any standard.
No, I love Wu-Tang.
I think what it is like they are from New York and they're speaking that New York truth. So it appeals to everybody because it's like that. So like that, if you can get into that and get past, because sometimes they're they're experimental. They're trying all kind of different stuff. Sometimes the beats aren't as good as the lyrics in the song, but they do it on purpose to get the beats across. They do all kind of crazy stuff. There's like 18 members in the group. So if you can get into that weird stuff, then I'm like, okay, well, you can really just keep going and just like try out some interesting stuff.
Okay.
You know? Yeah.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
RZA's a fucking god.
Yeah.
I mean,
Ghostface Killah, he dropped this single that was, I listened to it, I was like, it's like there's just this, it sounds like what somebody would rap before Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it was that evocative and cinematic.
He's great. My favorite member of the Wu-Tang Clan has been and always will be Method Man. Like,
it's pretty good.
Because
they're all good.
I mean, but like what is he said? I think one of his lines is like rhymes that cut like that cut like a knife or something like that. And it's like he's so sharp,
right?
And like then when him and Redman started doing their own shit, I love like Blackout
that
is
album.
one of my all-time favorite duo records.
In the 90s, if you put that on at a party, actually was it the early 2000s?
That was probably
something
2001,
like
2000. Yeah, 2000.
If you went
2001.
to a party and you heard that, just stick around. Shit's gonna get fun. Like, and it was at every party.
You know
what I mean? Every real party.
It is like when I discovered that record, because I didn't get into Wu-Tang like heavy until like probably 2007, 2008, somewhere around there, and like then I worked at the Exchange and I discovered like. Redman and Method Man, like Blackout, and then I started listening to Redman solo stuff, which a lot of that, like early on, was really good. I love him, like, and Method Man together. They're just like, you can tell that those dudes are like best friends.
Yeah, for sure, definitely brothers from another mother.
I actually like got turned on to them because of How High.
Fair enough.
And you know what? That's a good movie.
It is.
It's not trying to be anything. For what it is, it's great.
It's a fucking movie about smoking pot and selling pot, and just like it's as good as Half Baked.
Yeah,
it's all those stoner movies that came out, like Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, like all those stoner movies back from like the early 2000s, late 90s.
I mean, like it was like so what was it? Comedians made Half Baked.
Right.
So like rappers made How High.
Yeah.
And then like actors and directors made Jay and Silent Bob.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
absolutely.
It's like comic book guys too. I think you can't say that without saying comic. They're definitely comic book guys for sure.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And there's just it worked,
Yeah. The Exchange was like such a beautiful moment in time in Cleveland and Lakewood history. Like that was where you found new stuff, and like you were like, oh, what's this? You know what I mean? Like I found out about, like I went into Pizzicato 5. I don't know if you know who they are. It's like this weird Japanese group that plays like kind of 50 standards, but like also adds their own thing. It's super weird.
Yeah. I think
it sounds cool.
But it's so
I think
fun.
You actually told me about that.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's I'm probably the only person that knows.
When I worked at the Exchange, what was cool, like one of my favorite jobs was because like they stock everything in the basement. Well, I don't know if they still do, but everything like backstocked was in the basement, and so like there was a CD player down there. So like basically, what your job like. They would rotate it because basically it was you got to go downstairs, put away the CDs at the end of the shift, put on whatever you wanted, and kind of just like jam out.
Right.
And like that's how I discovered Redman's solo stuff.
Yeah.
And like I would start listening to that shit, and then there'd be a feature on there, and I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna check this guy out, and like go through and like, oh, here's one of his CDs. It was like very cool to like branch out and find new stuff.
I love that the employees would like hook people on stuff. Like they'd do that. Like what is that movie? That movie with John Cusack.
Oh, High Fidelity.
High Fidelity. They would do that thing where they would like try to get people into music in the store. Like watch this shit. And like every now and again, I would hear something and be like, oh, okay, that's interesting, and buy it. And probably for one song, you know what I mean?
Well, dude, funny thing about the Exchange, I don't know if you and me were talking about this, but like it's hard for me to go in the Exchange anymore because like they must have rolled out a company policy like company wide, because like you remember how it used to be hard to find somebody to open a case for you?
Oh yeah.
Dude, now they are so up your ass.
Oh yeah.
They're like every like 2 minutes it's like, motherfucker, when I need your assistance, I will fucking ask. Until then, fuck off.
Yeah, the exchange for me was always like my my PWT pawn shop.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was that. Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's
Absolutely.
like whenever I needed money, it's like, well, it's time to get rid of my CDs.
Right.
I've probably sold over the course of about at least 2,000 CDs to
Yeah.
exchange, and made like $5.
Exactly.
I
or
also
store credit
remember
for $4.
when Next Friday came out, and my cousin Courtney, she told my mom she was taking me to see like a PG-13 movie or whatever, but
Yeah.
she was taking me to see Next Friday, and she knew I was really getting into hip hop, rap, because like I said early on, it was Sugar Hill Gang, because my mom liked Sugar Hill Gang and Run DMC, and the Beasties, and then like from there. Like my second wave of like falling in love with rap was NWA and Ice Cube. Like I love Ice Cube's solo shit a lot. But so she bought me an Ice Cube CD, my cousin did, because we were going to see Next Friday.
Yeah.
Not edited.
Yeah.
And then I picked out an Ice-T CD because it was like in the bargain, and I was like, the first time I heard 6 a.m., 6 in the morning, police at my door.
Right.
It blew my fucking mind. And so that's kind of how I branched out and got into like some of the more gangster shit.
Yeah.
But I was still listening to stuff like that was 10 years prior to the time frame that it was at now, because that was like when Nelly was getting popular,
right,
and stuff like that,
Nelly, yeah.
And
forgot about Nelly.
The whole point about that was, so she bought me those CDs, and then she was like, I'm gonna get you something that you're gonna like, and she got me Life or Death, Biggie, and like that was another one that changed my fucking blew my mind,
Yeah. If you're not from New York and you hear Biggie, it kind of blows your mind. Like you're like, whoa, like
yeah,
yeah.
Fuck. And then after that was fucking Jay-Z. That's when I got into Jay-Z, who he's probably still my all-time favorite.
Okay.
Yeah, I fucking love Jay-Z.
I've only dabbled in all these like really popular rap because I pulled away so hard in the 90s that it was just like, unless you were like Outkast or better, I just was not even pretending to.
I mean, the Black Album, dude,
and that's another thing, like, I also kind of had like a prejudice against that because of the whack rap.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like if it was even kind of looked like whack rap, I wasn't fucking with it.
Sure.
Unless my friends recommended it to me. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Just because I was just so like, this is like terrible. Like it is
I remember
really
when
bad.
the Black Album came out, I got it very shortly after it came out. And it just opened so many doors. It was just like I still think that might be the best rap record of all time.
I'm gonna listen to all this stuff when I get
I got into early Eminem, and then he sucked for like 6 or 7 years. And then in 2010, he put out Recovery, which is a fucking fantastic record.
Right.
And then the Marshall Mathers LP 2, which I also really like.
He was interesting because he turned into a pop star, but he still kept his skill.
Oh, yeah.
Like, even, like, the songs you would say were, like, just pop songs.
Like the funny ones.
Right.
Like Real Slim Shady and Without Me.
Right. So, like, even those, like, if you just look at straight skill, it's, I mean...
Well,
it's up there with anybody.
There's that one documentary about rap on, I think it was originally on Netflix, and so they were just interviewing basically everybody, from RZA to Mos Def to Talib, all that shit.
Yeah.
And everybody, and then so they would ask them a question, and they'd show certain guys talking about this, that, the other thing, and then they were like, who's the best MC, who's the best lyricist, and seriously, they just do this shortcut of everybody where they're like Eminem.
Right.
Every single one of them was like, you can't fuck with him. And they're like, anybody who's stupid enough to fucking go after him and try to start a beef, they're like, good luck, because he's gonna slay you. And he's continued to do that.
People forget his best stuff was battle rap.
Oh yeah, that's how he got his start.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. No, he was really big in the battle rap scene in Detroit, and he was just one of those guys that what was this, Napster? It was around the Napster time. So he would get a lot of those like little, mixtapes kind of things like this, or like battle rap kind of things.
Yeah.
And people would just start hearing about it because he was just that good at battling you.
Yeah.
And he would make fun of himself so you couldn't make fun of him.
Yeah.
That kind of like judo defense. So it was also like, and he was white. So like people would underestimate him and just get slaughtered. And it was hilarious. Like,
have you gotten into any battle rap like locally? Because I know it exists. We've plugged it.
Oh my god, I should though.
Yeah, they had like a big battle rap show that we plugged a couple years ago.
Yeah.
It was like $25 a ticket.
It was down in Akron.
Which is pretty reasonable.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's from one of our old sponsors. She was cool as shit.
Yeah, Brit Fox. She
yeah.
But yeah, it still happens, and that's cool.
That would be very cool to check out.
That would be dope.
Yeah,
that would be really dope.
I mean, it was down in Akron, and wasn't it at like a house or something too?
No, it was in like a warehouse.
Well, okay. I was like, because if it was in like a house, I'd be like, I don't know.
I know they also did it at a poetry club.
Interesting.
Called the Womb Room.
Okay.
There was battle rap there for a while.
Woomtang Clan.
Woomtang Clan. Where have I seen that before? It's like some kind of meme or something.
I'm sure.
Yeah, well,
I'm sure it's a meme. I'm definitely not the first person to ever say that.
Yeah, this is pretty funny.
But I mean, so do you think part of there being like more whackness in rap, as it were, is just because it's easier to make now?
I mean, I think that's a big part of it, but I think it all stems to when people are like, oh, we can make money off of this. And it's also that like Motown-y kind of like, hey kids, come on back to my trailer, record an album, and I'll give you $35. It's that just like classic. And then it became a thing where I can't prove this, where it was like, we're tired of dealing with these actual rappers. They got attitudes and egos, and they always have demands. Why don't we find some people that can kind of rap and just pump them up? Like, I think The Game was the first one that I noticed that was kind of like this.
Okay.
Where he was an actor first.
Yeah.
And then he just got a bunch of tattoos.
Yeah. I remember when he came out because I worked at Blockbuster at the time, so it was like that 50 Cent Game song was really popular, and I was like, okay, who is this guy? He's not very good.
Blockbuster was a place where you used to go to rent video games and movies.
Yeah. Well,
no longer do they exist.
Yeah, then thank God.
That was actually...
Didn't you like that job?
I did.
Oh, as a job, I bet you it was great.
It was a good job for comedy. Because I would give people flyers. Like, you came to those shows. Like, we did like decent.
Oh, yeah, we had some great shows.
Yeah. So, and that was a lot of that was me promoting to customers at Blockbuster.
Yeah.
And
I think you were the first producer that was good that I dealt with. Was like, hey, I kind of felt like a comedian. Like I would come there, get a couple of bucks, get a meal, have my own table. I mean, there was an Ohio State game on, but you understand how businesses work. You know what I mean? Like it was like, and it just seemed like no one else was even remotely like they tried, but it was more like they were more comics than producers. You know what I mean? Like. And, they just couldn't keep their fucking left brain tied down long enough to.
Well, I used to promote a lot in the punk rock scene. Like, I put on shows all the time. And, like, after that is when I got into comedy. And, like, music promoters are, I did it because I loved it. I never fucking made money off of it. But, like, music promoters are awful, terrible fucking people. But I fucking hate comedy producers 10 times more.
Jack Ruby was a comedy club owner.
Really?
Yeah.
That explains a lot.
From Dana Gould, I believe, said something about it. It's
no
like,
shit.
I don't know why people are so surprised that comedy club owners aren't decent people.
Yeah. Like, it just, like, just people who, like, it drives me nuts where it's like comics promoting to other comics. It's pointless. It's fucking stupid.
Oh, my God. I realized that pretty much immediately.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this doesn't work at all.
No. It's fucking... It's so... it's like, that's your only... that's your only fucking market because, like... it's either other comics or your friends who don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, so you're trying to get, for lack of a better word, people off the street to come see,
Right.
you know, some comedy, do a comedy show. And it's like, no, it ends up being like 7 comics and like 3 of their friends, and then there's the one guy who brings 20 friends,
Yeah.
goes up second, and then the fucking 20 people leave.
Yeah.
It's like, get the fuck out of here, man.
That guy goes last now. He headlines. You brought 20 people. You're the headliner.
A headliner,
Yeah.
buddy.
Yeah.
There you
All
go.
right.
For your 5-minute set.
Well, actually, I'm always the headliner. But you can go before me.
Yeah, I actually I did that to somebody though. It was a kid's first time on stage, and he brought like 20 people.
Oh, yeah, for the first time on stage, that's perfectly acceptable.
I
You have
just-
no expectations.
Yeah, I just put him up last, and I let him do as much time as he wanted.
Yeah,
but it was
beautiful.
like the only other people on the show were me and Schizo Bill, I think.
That's a good show.
Yeah, so it was like they got like a decent show, and then
Right.
it's like, here's your friend now.
What does
Right.
he go by now?
He goes by his real name.
Oh, that's
Marty
right.
Malloy.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad
I've
he's,
seen him slay before, dude. He's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
Man, it's just tough when you're crazy.
Hi, my name is Martin. And like he's so fucking great. I really like that guy.
Yeah. Him in front of like a square crowd is so good.
Yeah.
If you get a square crowd, like I keep wanting him to be able to feature at Hilarities.
Yeah.
I feel like with all, like, if you get somebody coming there for Drew Lynch or something, and he comes on before Drew Lynch,
Man.
I mean, like, they're going to be talking about that show for a while.
Yeah, you would think, but man, it's just like some people. I think a lot of people look at it because I know I found myself in this boat too. Is like it's a risk to put him.
I feel like it's always a risk. When you're putting a comic on stage, it's always a risk because they're fucking crazy people. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't. If you've seen them do well and they've been doing it that long, I don't know. I don't know what the resistance is to Schizo Bill in the professional club. I don't know what these people are thinking. It's a variety show. What's more variety than a schizophrenic comedian
Yeah.
that talks about being schizophrenic? Like,
Yeah.
I think
Whack ass comics.
I think part of it is.
man, don't
Do
get me
you
started.
did you did you ever go to those shows he threw at the Improv,
Who?
Marty?
No.
He he would throw shows at the Improv and do 45 minutes. Like,
Oh, that's great.
yeah. But you know, watching him do long sets, like some, you know, because of just how his brain works, like sometimes it fries and it takes him a second.
Right.
So
Right.
it's like you see things like that, and your booker instinct goes, "Oh fuck! Like,
Yeah.
can I trust this guy to lead the crowd along the way for a full 25?" Which you absolutely can.
Yeah. I've been in that situation before, and it's hard because you have to. I've had to when I went up to feature at the Hilarities, I had to basically convince him, like, "Hey, man, I don't do feature a lot, but this is the beginning. You know what I mean? Like, I'm only gonna get better, and I'm already okay. Like, you've booked people that are way worse than me.
Yeah, they
You know what I
definitely
mean?
have.
And they're from
Whack
New
ass
York.
comics.
Like, the only reason they book these people is because they have agents. You know what I mean? They stay good with the agency. You know what I mean? That's it. That's literally the only reason. And it's like, I understand that from a business perspective. I totally understand that. You want to be able to get these guys to come to your club, you know, on off nights and stuff like that.
Right.
Fine, I get it. But I mean, like, there's no reason to not book me is my point. And I think they look for like a business thing. Like, I think that's the difference maker is you have to become a small businessman.
Yeah.
And it's super lame, but it's like the only way, unless you're just like that phenomenal.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's man, it's really a shot in the face when you find out that you're not really that phenomenal.
Yeah.
50 Cent got shot in the face 9 times.
Now,
Oh, 50 Cent is very interesting. He's like both a whack rapper and a good rapper.
Yes,
It's very
agreed,
interesting.
100%.
I was about to ask like, what exactly he is because I'm so
Yeah.
confused by Fitty.
Yeah, he's some kind of weird, like crazy genius. Like he's
Wackest ass rapper.
wackest. Give me a second. I'm sorry.
I had to put you on the spot.
The wackest.
It's hard for me to put that on somebody. You know what I mean? Like no redeeming
Like,
qualities.
don't count any of that trap rap benzo bullshit.
Like just actually bad at rapping.
Yeah,
Fitty
well,
Tyson. You remember that video?
I don't even.
Have you never? Oh, you've seen that video before, right? Fitty Tyson with the kid's like he's rapping like in his phone, like no beat or anything, and he's like, this year I'm 15. Next year I'm gonna be 16. But this year I'm 15. And then Kevin Hart did his own like take on it, and it was fucking hilarious.
Man,
Wow.
He's not a real rapper, you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, that's the wackest ass rapper. You have to look at people like somehow they've been managed to sell
Records.
Oh, I
but
know.
they're still bad.
I think I know.
Okay.
This is really fucked up. I think it might be Puff Daddy.
I find it hard to disagree with you.
I like. Wait, what's the first one called? His first record, the one after Biggie, like right after Biggie died.
The heartfelt stuff is good.
Like is it called? I want to say it's called All in the Family, but it's definitely
Okay.
not.
I think
He's got some really bad songs.
his new name is going to be A Bunker.
Yeah. Producers in general sometimes get really whack. Like Timbaland, I don't think is very good.
I
His
mean,
beats are amazing, but
I mean, same thing with like it's on and off with him, and I'll catch shit for this, and then people also praise this. Like Kanye, amazing producer, sometimes very good rapper, sometimes not so much.
Yeah. What was that album that he sung on?
808s and Heartbreaks.
Yeah.
Like where it was all like that was when he like auto-tune, that whole period of fucking rap. You know who's whack as fuck? Drake. Fucking Drake. Like when he's like that song that's like it's the Forever, and he's like, everybody got a deal. I did it without one. You know, I started from nowhere. Motherfucker, you were on Degrassi, and you were the kid in the wheelchair. You don't tell me you didn't start from nowhere. That's bullshit.
Yo, I didn't even have my SAG card for like 3 years, son.
Like fucking. I can't stand that dude. I really don't like Drake.
I have no opinion on it because again, like I literally just don't even tap into him. Like
that was like well
like,
after you got out of
I'll
it, right?
I'll hear him on some NFL game or whatever.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I'll see him on some fucking Chips Ahoy commercial. It's fine. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, that would be my current. I mean, and it could change at any time. But
Right.
like right now, how I feel, Drake's the wackest ass rapper, in my opinion.
And I like Puff Daddy in a certain way because
too.
he's Biggie's friend and he did all that stuff.
He's a funny guy too.
Right. I think he could. If I talk to him, I bet you he'd be a really interesting dude. He's, it's a lot going on. He did the production he did. I mean, who's a better producer? Like, if you think about the bullshit that he turned into money.
Yeah.
Like, if you think about just turning bullshit into money, no one, like, there's very few people who did it better. I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
because Master P didn't even do that. It was still bullshit.
It was still bullshit.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. He was a hustler. I feel like
dude,
Master P is just.
It's
It's hard to call him a producer over a hustler.
The thing though
Yeah.
is, like, dude, it was all trash. That motherfucker made so much goddamn
so
money.
much money.
I got to give it to him. You
Was
know
he
what
worth
I mean?
like $40 million
Something
in like the early late 90s?
Something crazy
Something
like that. And I
nuts.
think he still has like a fuck ton of money.
He's still crazy rich.
Like,
he had
good-
enough time to
good
like
for him.
try out for basketball teams and stuff.
Good for him.
Man,
Yeah.
Do you remember when he started his own movie house? And like he started doing all these
I
direct.
remember seeing one or two of these movies for sure.
They were always at Blockbuster.
Yeah.
And they usually would get stolen within a week of them coming out.
I have a question. Can you count ICP? I mean, they're definitely whack ass rappers.
Interesting.
But you know what is the point you were bringing up is like it has to be somebody who has gone on to sell records.
Right.
And like I fucking hate ICP. They're a joke. But like I gotta also hand it to them like I do Master P, where it's like those dudes literally were signed to a record label for a very short time.
Yeah.
Everything else they have fucking put out
Right.
themselves, and those dudes are millionaires
Right.
multi times over and over. And like I don't like them,
Right.
but I respect that.
Yeah.
I respect the shit out of that.
I look at them the same way I look at like Fish or something.
Yeah.
Like it's like I'm totally not into it, but I respect the
Fish
authenticity.
is just hippie juggalos.
Right, it is. It totally is. Yeah.
Along with Grateful Dead.
Dude, I
anything
remember
like
when that
that.
shit came out, and I was like, "What the fuck is this? I have no idea what this is. How did they get a record deal? It just sounds like somebody mad libbed a group. It was like Guar, but without the intensity. Like,
Yeah.
what is this?
Yeah.
They must have. In my mind, I was like, I guess they just do a good live show.
Dude, I mean,
Yeah.
I've always said if I could go for free or get like press passes.
Yeah.
I would go to the gathering.
Oh, yeah.
Simply to people watch.
Yeah.
Like I can
like weed.
only imagine the articles I could write.
Yeah.
And I say articles, I could probably write a fucking book after like 3 days of watching all these morons do whippets and fucking take bad ecstasy.
I'm
And
gonna get married to one of these women. Are you kidding me? Your standards are great. Thank
Yeah.
you. Let's
but I
do
mean,
this.
like the Juggalo fans, didn't they like throw shit at like Tia Tequila or Tila Tequila or whatever the fuck her name is?
You can't like fault them for that.
No,
I
no,
mean,
no, no, no. I'm not.
I feel like somebody should. Right?
Yeah.
I'll probably catch shit for this too. I encourage that because fuck her.
She's a Nazi.
She,
It's fine.
You know, some people are Nazis.
what was it? Her or what's the Snooki? They did it to Snooki, I think too.
okay.
Which
I
also,
think I've heard about
which
that.
you're Jersey trash. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, but the weird thing about ICP is like when they started, because you know,
91, 92?
a little later than that, I think. But like you said, it's like this is Guar with less intensity or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
So they were marketing. They weren't marketing to hip hop fans.
I don't know what they were marketing to. I couldn't
They
possibly
built their
tell
own
you.
cult. That's what I'm
Right.
saying, dude.
It must
Like,
have just been that. That's the only thing I can imagine.
It was a lot of like the people that I met that were getting into ICP, like when they were starting out, were like metal fans,
Okay.
and then they
Interesting.
crossed over into that. But then like
Fred Durst, wackest ass rapper.
Oh, I forgot about Fred Durst. And he's a good producer too.
he really is.
He like owns Interscope still, doesn't he? Like, what's his deal? Didn't he have like didn't he own like some kind of offshoot of a major record company
I'm
for
sure
a long
I think
time?
so. And then his like this guy that I used to live with was kept praising like his Limp Bizkit's guitar player as some
Wes
sort of
Borland?
Yeah, Wes Borland as some sort of death metal god.
Well,
And
I
he
mean,
was-
like,
It
and
might,
that was the
might
reason,
actually.
like, you-
I'd be willing to believe that.
The reason I said that about Fred
It'd
Durst
be
is because
weird,
you were like
but-
metal fans, you know, were the people getting into ICP, and like that is kind of like where the whole new metal scene,
Yeah.
like came. All that shit kind of started coming out at the same time, like. Korn and ICP and Limp Bizkit all kind of got their starts of Kid Rock around the same time, you know?
I think I found somebody even whacker. You remember that song Butterfly?
Oh yeah.
Come my baby, come
Oh,
my
that-
baby.
yeah.
You're my
Yeah.
butterfly.
Was that
Sugar
Crazy
baby.
Town?
Crazy Town.
Crazy Town. Oh god.
Yeah. Yeah.
They only had one song, and it was like I was like, oh.
Yeah. That song is awful. The
I
only
get it.
reason I find that song funny is because it's in Orange County,
Yeah.
and I love that movie.
They were soaring straight off of fuckability. Like they were just like, we're a fuckable band, and here goes. Like we're in
Yeah.
LA, we're fuckable.
To me, they're
Let's
a
do
fuck
this.
upable band.
Well, I
Like,
understand what
I
you're
would
saying. Yeah,
fight.
yeah.
I don't.
I don't want to fuck. I'm just
I would
saying.
assume there. I don't know how many of them there are. I would be willing to fight however many of them there are.
You could tell like they're all like probably like 5'9".
Yes, exactly. I mean, I'm 5'10", but like, gee, I could,
Right.
I could just, I can see that video still in my head, and I want to punch that fucker in the face.
You know, the
You're my
more
butterfly,
the more we
sugar,
talk,
baby.
it seems like the late '90s, early 2000s is the death of all music.
There was a weird thing, and I'm just sort of starting to come up with it's a theory I have about one-hit wonders in the 90s, that a lot of them were better songs than we give them credit for, but they just never got a break because the producing was so like, go fuck yourself.
It's in my.
That's a good
That
song.
song
That's
was
a solid
huge,
song.
dude.
Solid
That song was major huge.
Smash Mouth. Their
All-Star.
lyrics, if you listen to their lyrics and just put them down on paper and read them, you're like, this is just like they're attacking the music industry, but they're doing it in a pop song.
Yeah.
Which is like some clever shit. Like,
I
that's
saw
some
Smash
Ramones
Mouth.
type shit.
Yeah, I saw Smash Mouth when I was like 12 years
Yeah.
old, like after, like right around the time Astro Lounge came out.
Wow.
And I like, you know, I was young, so I liked them, but like, I still every once in a while for shits and giggles, I guess nostalgia, I don't know. I'll put on Astro Lounge and be like, I can still bounce to some of these songs.
It's great background music. It was all about music you could listen to at the Gap. Like
Yeah.
that was the 90s. It was totally like that. Yeah.
Okay, so what's today's music? What's it the background noise to now?
You know, it's interesting. I think the music industry is just so customized now. Like
Yeah.
you can get into whatever the fuck you want to get into. there are new music genres popping up that won't even be picked up for another 5 years. You know what I mean? Like they're going back, they're going forward, they're mixing stuff. Vaporwave. I mean, vaporwave is like it's like an aesthetic like metal was. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's weird because I'll see people that like I thought that was just an internet thing.
Yeah,
and then like I did a show with someone last weekend who was wearing one of those like. You know the cups that they're really into? He was wearing that shirt.
Right.
And I was like, this is an actual thing? Like, people are doing this? Like, wow.
It's
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
There's like a cup that
Yeah.
was like a huge design. It's like, it looks...
Are you talking about the purple and green cups?
Yeah.
with the one line. And then
Yeah,
it's
like
the
the
line.
like mall cups.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, somebody was
Exactly.
wearing a mall cup shirt, which is like a vaporwave thing.
So they're into aesthetics, I guess.
Yeah.
So like they take it outside of anything else. Like they just rip things from it. So like Arizona iced tea, the green tea, the iconic kind of looking thing. They use that in albums and stuff like that. And they'll pull out like the Crystal Pepsi symbol without Crystal Pepsi on it. They just like it's like junk eclecticism. Are you into art at all?
I mean, no, I don't know what the fuck you just said.
Okay, so it's like just seeing the bullshit of like pop world, like how all this shit that's everywhere, and just picking out the one good thing out of it, and just making a collage out of like fucking Britney Spears' album was terrible, but that fucking one thing in the corner, and we're gonna fucking use that coloring and fucking add this. It's weird, but it's almost like making good stuff out of bad stuff.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, and art is fucking subjective. So.
Right.
No, I enjoy stuff like that a lot because, you know, I find that that's how I live my life is like trying to pick the good stuff out of the nonsense.
What's the fucking deal with all these young kids wearing Champion shit now? Like,
It looks cool.
no, it doesn't. It was fucking. That was Kmart brand. Like
Yeah,
that was
it
like
totally was, yep.
shirts were $6, and now like I see these kids wearing Champion shirts, and I'm like, how much you pay for that? They're like $25-$30. I'm like, you're all idiots.
Because that's a junk eclecticism I was talking about before. Like just the logo alone, if you put it really big across that, it kind of looks cool. But it won't look cool in like 3 years.
It didn't look cool then. It doesn't look cool now.
Right.
Whatever. I don't get it. Like, I don't understand those trends.
You
where
probably
it's like,
shouldn't, honestly.
shit. Like when Abercrombie Fitch comes back, like I'm just gonna be like, that shit was whack fucking 20 years ago. It's whack fucking
Oh my
now.
God, Abercrombie.
Get the fuck or Aeropostale, all that stupid shit.
No, my sister was really into Aeropostale, and it just I don't understand the appeal of wanting to like here is like your rubber stamp thing.
Yeah.
And, like you're representing this brand and it says everything that it needs to say about you.
And people who had no, like, don't get me wrong, I fucking hate Abercrombie Fitch, but the people who had no business wearing it, like,
Right.
have you ever walked in, like, when they had stores, I don't know if they still do, but it's like you walk in that store, everybody looks like a fucking model, and it smells of whatever fucking fragrance that is, Abercrombie and Fitch. It's like, and then there's like people who look like fucking me wearing that shit. It's like, you have no business fucking wearing that. You look like a fucking tool.
Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like I never had to, like, fit in because it didn't fit in anyway, so I just had to get used to it. So I sort of understand it from the back end where it's like, well, you're just trying to fit in. I understand people doing it. I never, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Dude, I was
it's just
such
never
like a
something that happened to me.
Because like when I was in middle school is when I remember Abercrombie and Fitch being popular.
Yeah,
And
that's
like
right.
8th grade, and like that, I got into punk rock probably around 4th, 5th grade. But like, so by the time I was in 8th grade, I was a fucking savant.
Yeah, I was
you
just
know,
gonna say, I'm like,
and
wow.
like, super into the Dead Kennedys and anti-fascist shit. And like, I remember in our 8th grade class picture, I had a gray shirt on that I took a Sharpie and wrote anti-prep on it with like an anarchy over the A.
Oh my God.
And like I look at that shit now and I cringe. I'm like, you're as fucking stupid as the people wearing Abercrombie and
Fucking Teletubbies are a tool of the system, man.
I mean, they kind of are.
I mean, yeah. Well.
Dude, watch those videos. Like, I watch this channel all the time called like Most Amazing Top 10, and they do all kinds of like creepy, weird shit. I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And like, there's this one that's like top 10 terrifying Teletubby theories, and I've yet to watch that one. But somebody released this a few years ago. I think I remember showing you. Somebody took the Teletubbies, made it black and white, and then put Atmosphere by Joy Division over it, and it was creepy but fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's got to be like one of those old.
I'll show it to you. I'll show it to you when we're done.
Okay. Yeah, that's
got to be freaky.
It's really easy to do stuff like that now, and it seems like just because you can find fucking anything, it seems like it would be easier to avoid whack ass stuff. But is the real issue not that it's whack, is that it got popular?
I mean, it's a tool of marketing now. So like, as long as these companies feel like it still make money off of it, it's just going to keep. They have to toe the line between like actually being artistically good and being controllable.
And like the way you said, I think you mentioned earlier that like, you know, the record industry, you said something about the music industry basically being dead, and it is like with the like in like. Record labels are like big record labels like Warner and shit like that are basically obsolete now. In 10 years, they won't exist.
They'll have to diversify.
They're basically just distribution now. That's all they are.
Yeah, exactly.
Like they don't
smaller.
give big advances.
Yeah,
you know, like that's why
physical thing they're giving out anymore.
Exactly,
it's
like,
just promotion for shows.
100%, and it's like that's how artists now make their money is touring and merch. So it's like, and don't get me wrong, some people do price gouge, but like at the same time, like that's how they make their money. So if they're providing you entertainment, like they got a lot of overhead. Like, you know, and I'm talking like bigger stuff that's gonna play at like the Gundarino or like the fucking Wolstein Center or whatever the fuck. Like stuff like that. There's a lot of fucking overhead there. And so when you're pumping out $35 for a t-shirt, that's like so they can make some fucking money, man.
Right.
You know, like cuz they remember record companies used to just throw fucking money at people.
Yeah.
They don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen.
And I feel like and this is something I sort of saw coming when I started doing comedy, is like I felt like live entertainment was become more important because of how easy it would be to get recorded material, and how, like, you know, after a while it's like less and less and less. It's just like a commercial, like I said, for your live entertainment. And like now it's just like, just forget about it. Like I didn't even, that's why I put myself on Bandcamp or YouTube. Happy Black History Month is the name of the album. And just put it out there for free. And it's not even like really an album. It's an EP to test to see what's out there.
Sure.
Right. Just a couple of good sets. It'll be weird, but it'll be funny too.
Cousin Mason, he has been really focusing on producing and like my, you know, for lack of a better word, company, more like a collective. I don't like calling it a company yet because I don't make money off of it. But like it's called Above Below Entertainment. And like from the get-go, like it started off as a podcast network, but I had a way bigger vision for it than that. And so like now my company, whatever, Above Below is partially responsible for Wrestle Void, the magazine that I do, the podcast that we put out, I did a music video for the band Old Souls that I teamed up with Sickening Pictures on, and I put out Chris Paw's record.
Oh yeah.
You know, digitally, but like, and me and him are supposed to work on another project again.
Dope.
But my cousin Mason, he's been putting together a record, and like, so I'm gonna get to like, if he still wants me to, because he said to me, he was like, I don't want to put it out with anybody else. Yeah. And like, so I'm gonna get to release, and like, I've heard a lot of it, and it's really fucking good. Yeah. Because I wouldn't put out something I didn't believe in. I'm not doing it for nepotism. Like, he's really fucking good.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to be able to like add that to my resume of like, hey, like, look, I'm down to do whatever as long as it's fucking good.
Right.
Speaking of really fucking good, Happy Black History Month. Available on streaming services.
Jeremy, you've got your own fucking sweet ass. I really liked your. I don't know if I ever told you this, but your CD was it DVD?
It was a DVD.
It was a DVD. Yeah, it was very good.
Were you
Yeah.
vaping on stage?
Yeah, it was, and I remember like I knew your act and everything. I was kind of wondering like because sometimes I don't like watching the same thing done the same way because it's a pet peeve of mine. But you had like new stuff. You just I've never heard this stuff before, and we were like around each other a lot. Did you like? Were those new jokes you did that night? That was that
Trigger warning is what he's talking about.
Trigger
right?
warning. Yeah.
Yeah, I
started doing that too, and there's something about it. If you give a good joke that's like kind of good, and you're a decent comic, it's a feeling. You could change the whole set, man.
Yeah.
Doing like a new joke that works well, you just get so fucking vibe.
Yeah. It's been tough for me lately because I took a year off.
Oh, okay.
And I really have to get those like muscles back.
It's good to take a break, man. That's another thing I learned. Taking a break is great.
Yeah.
Because you start turning into this robot of comedy when you keep doing it and doing it and doing it. And there's this whole like hustle mentality with a lot of comics, but it's like you can take that too far for sure.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's I just didn't like I took time off because basically like, to put it in basketball terms, I mentally tore my ACL, and I'm still rehabbing it.
Yeah,
but
I understand that.
Yeah, but it's things will change. But you can catch Michael all around town. Find him on Facebook, Twitter, Happy Black History Month on YouTube. Michael, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Yeah. Follow me on Instagram. Mike Ivy Stands Up too. That's my main one. I'm trying to go into that, and TikTok. But I'm not on TikTok yet because I don't know what's going on.
I'll grab your Instagram when we're off air. But
thank you
Jordan,
so much, guys.
I don't think anybody hates whack-ass rap as much as Michael Ivy.
No, there is another.
I won't apologize again. I'm a repeat offender. You can see right through my skin. I don't care about making mistakes. I keep saying no. Falling out my face. Feed me numbing agents. Drag me to the ring. Another discharge may burn. Diagnosed in drunkenness. I keep my bruise and my brain and under the punches. And I was meant to take.
This has been a Lousy Weather Media Network production. Find new episodes and archives at lousyweathermedia.com.